This is Java Week 5 coding assignment using a logger interface to implement two logger classes, asterisk logger and space logger, and then testing them in a main class, which I've called app. First of all, I made the logger interface very simple, just a log and an error that each take a string. Next, I worked on the asterisk logger. For the log, it's simply printing out three asterisks before and after the string, which I just concatenated in the system.out.println command. For the error, however, I wanted the box to have the top and bottom rows be the same length as the middle row, where that would be the same as the log string in between three asterisks. And in order to accomplish that, I concatenated the message that would be the center line in a string builder, and then used the length of that string builder to append the same number of asterisks to a second string builder, and then I printed all three of them out to the console. Next, with the space logger, I initially started by programming my for loop in the log. However, because I was going to need it again in error, I decided to create it as a separate method and cut and pasted it over in here. I made it private because the user doesn't need to access it. It's only needed for the login error methods that are public. And this takes in a string. It uses a string builder to save memory. It loops over the string. I used an if statement as well so that it would not append a space onto the last character, as it was simply trying to space out between the characters and not at the end. So if the index is not string length minus 1, then it adds the character and a space, and if it is the final index, it only adds the character. I then plugged it into both of the log and the error, and the error is only different in that it has error beforehand. Then in the app, I did some tests. If you run it, you can see that the box length for hello and for we have a problem are different. Meanwhile, the spaced logger works the same way for any length. That is my asterisk logger and space logger implementing a logger interface.